I just channeled, I think this is my third time opening for Jesus to channel. And every time I felt some kind of resistance, and the resistance was the form of like, my body's tired, maybe I shouldn't do it, that type of thing, right? And so those are energies that can hinder the growth. If I would listen to that, I wouldn't have gotten to this level. Because now I just recorded and he just spoke so many deep, deep truths through that channeling that I'm like, whew, like, what? I can resonate, I feel the truth of this. I can see the truth of it. And it's amazing. I remember when I assisted some channelers to be comfortable channeling Jesus in the past. And I didn't realize that it is a thing to actually say that because of all of what that means, and actually believe in it, because I do believe in that. I have experienced so many different things, and I want to just start there, because I am inviting Jesus in, and he will start to speak here as I'm easing into this story. That is usually what happens, because it is like warming up the system to be comfortable with letting higher beings take over. And I can feel that it's higher beings because of the way that it feels in my body. And I've used my body as a sense of reality. And I know many beings are thinking that the doctors would tell you, because the doctors are the experts and all of that stuff. But that is a perspective that is looking at the outside world for answers. And that perspective will only lead you so far. Basically right into a wall at some point. And that is what many of you have experienced. Hitting some kind of roadblock or wall or pain or these kinds of things. And that is what that is. You're being asked to shift your perspective about what reality really is. Because unless the fundamentals are looked after and comprehended when it comes to energy and energetic truth, which we are teaching here, there is more information that you can get to partake fully in this consciousness journey and shift that we're offering, which is basically to shift your perspective so that you see the energetic truth of what reality is. Because once you do that, you can start to maneuver life differently, because you have a different operating system. When you have a different operating system, you have different sets of tools at your disposal that works because of the operating system. Your human system is much like a computer. It is programmable. But when you know how to do this, you can do it yourself. Because there is a shift that is asked of you, and that is the first piece to this puzzle. You might have guessed it already, but this is what this video is mostly about. Make this shift, and you will have started a ripple effect that will continue to change your life from the inside out. And that is to focus your attention on the inside and figuring out what is it on the inside that is producing the outside. so that you are using the correct information about what energy actually is. So that you can look at your own energy. Because the only way that you are going to have any kind of lasting change on the outside, it is to change the inside. And what is it to change the inside? It is to change your mind and perspective about how you see reality. This is how you can do almost supernatural things. But it demands a different operating system as a foundation. Because there needs to be a correct foundation within the person about how energy operates. This is what has been so manipulated in your society. Because all of these unseen energies have been going on almost under people's radars. And those energies are what's coming to the surface now. This is what we see. This is why we see all of these seeming chaos on the outside. Those are these energies coming to life. Not coming to life. Those are those energies this is it. Just feeling the flow of the stream. And then the stream, there was an interruption. And that can happen sometimes. It's just for me to relax, start talking about the weather, and then the body feels good again, and then it can open again, and then it can receive again. You see? And it is also when you have done enough corrections on the inside. This being has done enough corrections so that he is most of the time in quite a high vibration, so we can commune with him. It doesn't help. Doing this doesn't help. It's just like, you know? This is a source of this is a thing for the body. Like I can just train my body to be okay with this and just focus elsewhere. And this is part of it, actually. This is the consciousness training, so that I train. That was some light. Hang on a second. So I can train my body to just sit there and just let this here be. That's an option. And this is how most people go around. They go around with filters and they don't see clearly. And they've gotten used to these filters to see reality through. Distorted, twisted. And people don't get what reality really is because they have these distortions. So obviously, the first thing that needs to happen is for you to recognize that there is distortions here. But most beings think that this is reality. This is the filter. Yeah, but this is what I see. Yeah, but there's more. There's stuff that you have here that doesn't make sense. Well, that's what we used to do in our family, so I'm just going to do the same thing. It doesn't really make sense, does it? Do you see? And so what needs to happen then is, first, someone needs to point out that, look, you have hair on your face. Oh, this is how it sees. Oh, thank you. Oh, this is so good. Oh, thank you for telling me. This is wonderful. That is actually love. When someone says something to you from that place, sometimes it can seem harsh. You can even feel hurt. But it's because we're pointing out something that was blocking your sight. That sometimes people identify with that and think that that stuff is them. No, it's not you. That's why we're pointing it out. And when it hurts, then you know it's not you. That's your confirmation. If you think it's the other person, then you also know it's something else, because it's not you. You wouldn't blame someone else. Whenever you blame someone else, you are inhabiting a pattern that is not you by definition. Because you're blaming the outside. It doesn't make sense to blame the outside. The outside is a mirror. The outside is just pointing back to you. When you're pointing this way, there are 1, 2, 3 fingers pointing straight back at you. That's no accident. And then these things come back again. Yes, because you didn't tend to it properly. You just bursted it like this. So what do I need to do then? Well, you have to either cut your hair, or wear a hairband, or wear a cap all the time. There are solutions. And that is what our solution is to most people's mental health. Because these are distortions that distorts people's views. And that has a long-term effect of their mental health. Some are struggling with depression, anxiety. Some are ignoring what's going on with them, and it just automatically, that energy gets placed in the body then, either with an accident to get you to pay attention, or by hurting somewhere, specific areas, to get you to pay attention, which is something that you've just hid from yourself. There is no solution to that other than to look, what am I doing? What does this mean? Why is it my left leg? It has to do with my feminine. And then I had this situation. I see. So if I change that situation and harmonize this, then my knee fixes itself. Yes, that is what we're trying to say. The inside gets projected outside, literally. It's not only in the spiritual world. No, it is literal. Reality and the truth of reality is literal. Take it literally. So that is how you can change yourself and your life. By first turning the attention towards yourself. Stop getting the massage. Well, massage can be okay. I was thinking about more of a massage therapy devices. Stop seeking. This was the image that I was asked to present. This is my learning to just stay centered on what that stream is, right? Because this is, you can tell here, even here, this is a little energy glitch in the transition, in the translation of these higher energies. And you can see that glitch. That is the glitch. And this is the way that we can see other people for who they really are, manifested through the body. Because we all can tune into who they are potentially. They're all great people, like in the, you know, their soul. Of course, it's just how well is the soul coming through? That's sometimes different. It takes practice to be a good person, actually. You have to see the truth, and you have to know what the truth is. And you have to be able to protect the truth, so that you protect your own energy. If you speak truth, and you protect that by calling out people in your life that are not, you are extending that inside out. So then you're making your energy bigger, because you're asserting correctness into your space. You get more energy when you do that. You get much more energy when you do that. And when you start to harmonize enough of those things, which this being has done, then you get to commune with us. It's every person's birthright to commune with higher consciousness. It's called HI, higher intelligence. That is what you get to connect to then. And that has answers that no AI have access to. Because AI is still the past. It's only the past, because it's built. It cannot connect to God in the same way as you can. So your systems are much more sophisticated than AI. Stop giving your power to AI. Use it, by all means. But use it for your own benefit. Don't let it use you, because then you're focused on the outside again, thinking that you're not in charge. You're in charge here, from inside. From the inside, what do you accept? What do you not accept? State what you accept. State what you not accept. Keep yourself at a high integrity. Speak the truth. Behave well. Do your best. And you will maintain a much higher frequency than most. And then you get to commune with higher beings. And then you get assistance directly to you. That is what we are inviting. A training to get back online. For real. Not just the internet, but back online. With your body in this environment. That is what we're inviting you. I feel so grateful to see reality the way that they've shown me. They've shown me now for many years. And I've walked enough. And I've walked enough of this to be able to bring them through like this. And it's still like this. It's like, can feel these things, but now I know what they are. And I know to just, not ignore them, but just pay attention and then decide, do it anyway. And then see what happens. And I've noticed that certain moments I experience these, maybe I shouldn't do it. And maybe even my body feels a little achy or something like that. Like some kind of poor me and that is can be, it doesn't have to be, it's not always. Sometimes your body is tired. But sometimes it can be resistance too. Just pay attention to that. And I've just gone past it anyway and just come back the other side, just feeling, first of all, Jesus' energy inside of me and just being completely blown away by what he's actually saying. And so and this is the resistance that needs to be broken through ever so slightly. Third time, it's been resistance. It's been resistant even before that. I haven't even thought about it before that because other beings are doing that. I didn't think that was for me. But I've helped someone channel Jesus. I mean, it makes perfect sense. So, yeah, not just one. But yeah, but it was one that was the start seed of that. So but I get it because I've helped channelers with this, and now I get to feel the uncomfortable feelings in the body that they may have gone through, or a similar version of that. And I feel both excited to go walk this path, but also do you hear this? That is Gaia. That's Gaia. That's so Gaia, so clear. Did you hear that? Shaking that tree so much to make that sound. For me to just completely, for everything to just completely change. The whole energy changed. This is the power of being connected. And what this channeling is, it's shaking up so much because it's giving truth to so much. It is shaking off all of the things that needs to change when people are hearing this. This is huge. Wow. And this is coming through me. There is some processing for the body. I've done enough, so I don't attach to this. But I just wanted to share them with you. My focus doesn't go there. My focus just goes on identifying what's going on, and then I walk through. And one step at a time is how we grow. We just do something, and we have these micro blocks like, oh, TV, instead of, that's a micro something that's hindering you from doing what you really want to do, what you really came here for. And the habitual is to go and watch the thing, because that's the habitual mess. That's what we have to fight sometimes too. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for this journey. I've trusted so much. I'm trusting more and more. This is the path for me. It's like trusting, full trust in this process. There's only this for me. And I'm trusting that they got me. I'm trusting the natural flow and the connection between Gaia and me. That Gaia, I know the truth, that Gaia connects me with the right people that needs to see this message and that needs to work and get this medicine that I have, this program, this consciousness shift program. There are so many that will awaken from this, from learning the truth about their existence in energy all of the hidden layers, because we've learned that, oh, we're soul, we're the soul, we're the higher self and all of that. And then we know that we're the body, but where's the middle part there? So a lot of things that have tried to hide that information. And that is the truth of energy. That's what Nikola Tesla was all about. He was about the truth of energy. That is not scarce. He developed electricity that could be freely distributed to the world. But it wasn't. It was a lot of other forces that wanted the duality. That was the duality game that won them. But now it's a different time. Now we are moving into a totally different way of living in the non-dualistic perspective. And that's why this time is different. Because all of you guys are ready to hear this. You're ready to hear the truth. So that you finally can start to take control back of your own life. That is what this is all about. Taking back control of your life, your purpose, your passion. You're meant to live. You're meant to live and enjoy your life. Connected, fully as who you are, not as some dumb version of you. If you're ever in those frequencies, know that that's not you. You're much more than that. You're much bigger than that. You're powerful, infinite creator. You came here to create through these bodies. Not to be some emotions slave. Because if you feel like you're shy or scared, those are just energies that are not you in your body feeling that. It's actually not you. It's actually not who you are. You are much bigger than those energies. Those energies are just automatic things that you're just swimming in. It's like the fluff in the water. You have to just identify that that fluff is not you. It's the fluff. It's not your energy. That's what your body is trying to tell you all along. That fluff is actually not you. It's not you that is having those feelings even. They're just in your space. So if someone points out something that hurts like that, and you feel almost that you want to hurt that person because you think that they hurt you, or that you blame yourself for like whatever the story is or the weird twisted perception is, that is not you. Your body's letting you know by how screwy it feels that that perception is not you. So just let it go. Distance yourself from those things more and more. Start to disengage from those ways of being. It is not a quick process. It is a process that takes some time. And it all depends on your readiness as a conscious soul and how fast you want to go. You can go fast, but you might stumble and fall in energy. Then you just have to get back up and try again. This being fell many times while he was trying to get this information. Yeah. But he got anchored eventually. And he learned eventually. He kept falling down, getting back up, falling down, getting back up, falling down, getting back up, falling down. He felt really stupid. He felt really judged. He felt ridiculed. He felt like a loser, like it didn't matter. There was all kinds of stuff that was going on. And we have plucked out most of them and we still are plucking things that we didn't even know we needed to pluck. But that is what it is, harmonizing these energies so that we get to be who we are here. And that is the light that we are here, and you are here to protect. You're here to protect your own right to be who you are, to speak what you feel, not what these energies dictate and ideas and all of these ways to sneak in and say shit. No, to say things that matter, energetically correct, so that you are speaking full through your body, so that you are speaking, not something else. That is the game that we are all on to learn more and more. Everyone, we are asked to embody who we are. I'll talk to you again in the next one. Ciao.